Joy Black. Vamos lá.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I may need your help. I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiral has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
Gente, um momentinho. Eu enchi a garrafa e deixei ela na cozinha. Hein? Vai pegar? Ah, obrigado. Vai passar uma sombra aqui na minha frente que também vai me ajudar a pegar a água. Eu tô no eclipse agora, eu tô no eclipse. Aí eclipse. Esse eclipse, eu não sei se ele é natural, tá indo, se tá saindo. Voltou. Minha água. Vocês viram esse eclipse? Se você já tivesse pego Legion, eu dizia pra levar ele. Café não, é água. Eu peço água, ele me traz tá sombra, o pessoal não tá enxergando não. Ele me traz a garrafa de café. Alguém quer café? Toma aí. É? Ah, obrigado. Já você falou pra levar Zaid na missão de Legion, é isso? Ah, pra levar Legion. Nossa, ia ser muito legal, ia ser muito legal. Eu fiz isso com o Leleco Shepard. Legion bagunça a missão de Talina. Cara, eu não vou conseguir fazer ela. Ou tá fazendo palhaçada aqui. Água é vida, porque sem água não há café, e sem café eu mato todo mundo. Oxente! Meu marido tá concordando com você, diz que mata todo mundo também.
Nobody who knows you could believe you betray your people, Tali.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again. I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
E olha que eu sou agólatra, viu? Também sem água não passo sem água não.
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile.
Constellation!
Specifics are up to the judges. If
Obrigado pela moitinha.
Judgment, the guilty party might receive a small
Vontade de chegar lá chutando a bunda de todo mundo. Desconfia de minha BFF. Nossa, dá uma raiva nessa.
I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
So no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Anora Vanya Vasilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, It's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
Okay, let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to
Já
book
que não tem
passage
um
on
lobo, a
another
gente
ship.
manda corge.
I didn't
Corge?
think there
Ah,
would be
sim.
time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard.
Então, obrigado pelos corge bits.
I'll program the Normandy
Acho que
with
até
the
que aparece.
flotilla's
Ah, não,
current
só aparece
location.
cheio de
The
20
admirals
bits.
will be waiting for us.
Pera aí. Tcharam! Ah, deixa eu trocar a M920 Ken pelo lançador de mísseis.
This is Talizora Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Talizora.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
Captain Shepard, Talizora told me a lot about you. I wish we could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
I never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives aboard it. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Kila Salai. It's an old ship captain's blessing, Shepard.
Telly helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor.
I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on, your voice carries weight. I wish I could do more to help, Tali. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Talizora under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
Ai, gente, meu marido tá perguntando se alguém quer dinheiro. 200 continho. Alguém quer? 200 continho aqui. E tira a carteira dele, ele tá zerado aqui. Só tem o quê? 5 real. Carteira estilosa aqui, ó. Forma de dinheiro. Com vira-lata caramela, é. Por 200 reais, só que com vira-lata caramela aqui. Já disse que manda, é pra mandar. Vou mandar via Sedex. É mesmo, dobra, né? É, dobra. Vende num site chamado Dobra. Não, agora não sei se é .com.com.br. Não vou fazer propaganda aqui, porque também eles não estão me pagando. Hein? Né? Propaganda de graça.
You should speak with Admiral Ra. She's waiting for you up ahead.
I can't believe they're charging Talizora with such a thing.
If Talizora can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her,
She's as good as convicted. Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing her. Tali'Zorah is guilty.
Ah, não sabe. Ela tá falando que é culpado. Pior que é assim mesmo que acontece, né? Ela não sabe nem quem é. Já tá dizendo é culpado. Agora vem minha ídola, Shalaran.
Tali'Zorah of us, Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Anti-Ron.
Shepard vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaran vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
Eu vou comprar uma dessas pro meu boy. Boa sorte. E depois peça o valor também não dá.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not.
Mas não é mais bonito, eu também acho.
My father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
A voz dessa mulher é muito bonita, né?
I take it being associated with the human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali'Zorah vas Nima. Whatever we must call you legally.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side?
Indeed she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you.
Eita, chegou a hora. Mais uma habilidade desbloqueada para Shepard. Advogado. Devia ter, né? A gente devia ganhar essa insígnia. Advogado de Tali. Cheio de erro de glitch, rapaz. De frame. Quando eu tô editando, isso me deixa nervoso.
This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this
Ficou bonito isso aí que viu?
Kill us alive. The accused Tali'Zorah vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard vas Normandy. Your crew member Tali'Zorah stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
Claro. Deus filho da mãe.
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains Tali'Zorah vas Nima, a proud member of the migrant fleet. I regret that our captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Chorus, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent. The human is right.
Admirals, please. Shepard's willingness to represent Tali'Zorah in this hearing is appreciated. Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
How could Tali have brought guests to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
To clarify, Shepard,
Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
But I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
I appreciate the need for this trial, Admirals. But right now, our first concern must be the safety of the migrant fleet. The Normandy stands ready to assist in whatever capacity necessary.
Thank you. Quarry and strike teams have attempted to retake the ship, so far without success.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father,
Then
you
you
bastard!
bastard!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
Sempre, né? É o destaque dessa armadura rosa.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on
Ai,
this
não
worthy
gostei
mission,
dessa
Tali, we will see that
coisa
your name
Paragon,
is
não.
cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but... I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Pergunta isso?
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're
Dá pra
never
pular.
really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Ok.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Noted. Vamos falar com os Admirals.
Shepard spoke well to the Admirals.
Não, aliás não. Discordo. Não gostei dessa Paragon, dessa versão Paragon não. Acho que foi a primeira vez que eu botei tudo Paragon.
Tali Zora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary.
If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
It sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
You support experiments on living creatures?
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardly Zalcorus be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Talizora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth?
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Talizora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
You're insane.
Ela é insana.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Tchau, doida. Tchau, doida. Essa aí não devia nem ser ambiente.
Shepard? How did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes,
Oh, Vitor.
I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the Admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I...
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
I want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
Tadinho dele. Cal Rieger!
Cal Rieger.
Shepard, Talizora, good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, I stayed to argue the charges against Talizora. I've served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Carl.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haestrom. She and Admiral Gerrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy.
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haestrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haestrom's sun?
Keela, I hope not. If they can screw up a star, our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
I hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means.
Just
that it has a scientist worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now. But resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
Esse negócio desse sol aí que me intriga até hoje.
How have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haestrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though.
Eu queria poder recrutar ele.
I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strikeouts tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
Bona?
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay safe out there.
Acabamos aqui desse lado, tá, né? A Doja, a Rieger, só. Lá de lá agora.
Talizora and Farah are out of control. This is on their heads.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything. I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarai. That is your best chance that you have any evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
I know you're trying to help her, Admiral, but that was over the line.
She has nobody else to speak for her, Shepard. I am doing everything in my power. That's what her father would have wanted.
Don't say it like that. He could still be alive on that ship.
You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
What can you tell us about the Alarai?
Not much, I'm afraid. Real Zora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Real was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
I'm not hearing much about Rael's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Anshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Rael was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
Hey.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that. Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
Oh, yes.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable.
I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Ok. Deixa eu fazer um save aqui. Falta. Caminho pra saída tem mais gente, né?
I didn't expect a human to be such a good speaker.
Tali.
Garen.
I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard? Admiral Hangerel Vasnima. You got Admiral Corris backing up worse than a Krogan toilet. I'm glad to see Tali's captain knows how to handle a courtroom.
I'm just here to help Tali, Admiral.
I'm glad someone is.
You believe I'm innocent, don't you, Admiral?
I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rael was doing, it blew up in his face. A ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali. But if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
The one you didn't recognize, Tali, is Admiral Zen. She's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rael's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining suit-wetter he always was.
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
The man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago. He wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
Tá.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. Crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rail and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rail looked at me and said, "We're underage. You can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. Brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rail for you.
It sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
I hope the Quarian people find some place to live, Admiral, but it sounds like you're playing with fire.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
Then we need a world to shelter our non-combatants while we do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Nossa. Demorou pra sair da cena. E agora, Admiral Chorus da nave.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vas Nima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalcorus Vas Quibquib. Do not ask about the name.
É o que eu vou fazer.
I take pleasure in this, Tali, truly. But you have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
Aí, ó, Tali tem nome melhor que o dele. Cadê? Ah, aqui.
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures, and have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib, and I will not flee because of petty insults.
Pois é a primeira pergunta que a gente faz. Eu vou sempre na ordem, mas essa eu pulo, boto logo ela.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Saren are to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Rail Zora was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
Pois é.
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Talizora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. They are. That is why
I understand.
Repetir.
I do not agree with you, but I understand.
Já que eu repeti, deixa eu repetir isso aí.
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures. And have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib, and I will not flee because of petty insults.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Talizora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
É que ele tá certo. Vai constatar isso daqui a pouco. É o último, né? Sim. Então, vamos para a Alarai. Nossa.
Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing Geth. Talizora is guilty.
Protesto, pessoas falando.
If Talizora is stuck with a human captain, at least it's an eloquent one.
Talizora Vas Nima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarai?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
I need to do a few things before we leave.
Understood. The shuttle is here whenever you're ready to leave. Talizora, Shepard Vas Normandy. Are you ready to take the shuttle to the Alarai?
Peraí, rapidinho.
I need to do a few things before we leave.
Pior que ele tava certo.
The shuttle is here whenever you're ready to leave.
Vou salvar aqui. Fazer save aí. E nós vai. Bora.
Talizora, Shepard Vas Normandy. Are you ready to take the shuttle to the Alarai?
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock the shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Talizora. Kira Selai.
Chegou a hora do mouse e teclado, vamos lá. Andiamo via, bem. Vou botar logo aqui que eu sei que o jogo toda hora troca minha arma. Aqui, esse aqui é a missão da farmação. E se a gente farmar, a gente acha um bocado de dinheiro. Então vou aproveitar. Eu tava com menos medida do que o normal. Vou jantar, volto já. Tá bom, Joy. Boa janta.
Something's slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Railzora ordered us to bypass standard safeties. Following security protocols will take too long.
Chega aqui pra ela. Ok.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order, something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves, signs of modification, clues to their thinking.
How did you get these things to your father?
Sometimes I left packages at secured drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home. For very valuable finds, I'd signal home and Father would send a small ship.
Haystrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
Yeah. Deixa eu ver só. Ok.
I'll take it.
Ah, já tem coisa pra Legion.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize. Oh, Keela. How many get their networked?
All of them. Railzora.
Shut it down! Shut everything down! They're in the system!
Ok.
Get ready to fight.
Vai. Coitado de Jonah, velho. Sai daqui, Tali.
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left. They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Did you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
Maybe it's time for your people to let go of reclaiming your world from the Geth.
You have no idea what it's like. You have a planet to go back to. My home is one hull breach away from extinction.
You've got a place here, Tali. Don't throw it away in a war you don't need.
Don't need? Shepard, if I don't wear a helmet in my own home, I die. A single kiss could put me in the hospital. Every time you touch a flower with bare fingers, inhale its fragrance without air filters, you're doing something I can't. Damn the pilgrimage. Without it, I might never have known what I was missing, what we had lost when we lost our homeworld.
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
Aí, filho. Já que a gente tá caminhando pra isso. O planeta do jeito que tá. Apoie. Tinha coisa aqui pra pegar e tirar, né? Ei.
First entry. Our hacking attempts failed. The Geth have an adaptive consciousness. Hack one process and the others autocorrect. Still, we're making progress. Rail Zora is convinced we'll have a viable system in less than a year. This weapon will put our people back on the homeworld, and it's all because of Rail Zora.
Ai, chegou a hora. Peraí, ver se eu consigo. Antes. Ah, já foi.
Father! No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave me.
Hey, come here.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
You've got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tali, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. The main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerl and Daro Zen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
He knew you'd come for him. He was trying to help you. It's not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this. console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any Geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble a new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
Um momentinho, gente. Teve uma queda, não foi? Alright, later. Perdi.
Sounds like this is the evidence we were looking for.
Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but when this comes up in the trial, we can't tell them. Not the admirals, not anyone.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
Rael Zora doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name from the manifest of every ship he ever served on. He would be worse than an exile. He'd be a traitor to our people, held up for children as a monster in a cautionary tale. I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
We're not going to decide anything here. Let's see what the Admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
O bichinho ficou aqui no meio.
We need to face facts. There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali Zora survived.
Sounds like the hearing is already underway.
We must trust Shepard's offer of assistance. It's only been a few hours.
Marines lasted less than 5 minutes. It's a pity Shepard passed.
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Sorry we're late.
Tali Zora Vas Normandy saved the Alarai. I hope this proves her loyalty to the Quarian people.
Her loyalty was never in doubt, only her judgment.
Perhaps Tali Zora can offer something to encourage more trust in her judgment.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Eu vou fazer algo que eu gosto de fazer. Não é nem Paragon nem Renegade. Rally the crowds.
Look at them, all of you. They don't care about Tali. All they care about is their war with the Geth. Tali risked her life for all of you. On Haestrom, hell, on the Citadel when she stopped Saren. She deserves better than this.
If Commander Shepard has no new evidence, I suggest we render judgment.
Wait! Shepard is right. Tali saved me. She doesn't deserve to be exiled.
Damn straight. Tally's done more for this fleet than you assholes ever will. You're pissing on everything I fought for, everything Tali fought for. So if you exile her, you might as well do the same to me.
Me too.
Eita. Vai, Chorus, Quib.
Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges.
Não fez nada.
Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
If you appreciate me, then listen. The Reapers are coming. I'm going to need your help to stop them. Please, don't throw away your lives against the Geth.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. I hope this board carefully considers your advice.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
Maria, ela fica Vas Normandy pra sempre.
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
We can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Yeah.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Tali, about what your father said, what he did. You deserve better.
I got better, Shepard. I got you.
Come on, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
Now what's this?
Foi que ele pegou? Attack damage. Deixa eu ver só. Os almirantes. Deixa eu ver aqui.
I was wrong. Tali Zora was innocent after all.
É claro, seu asshole.
Very impressive speech, Commander Shepard. But tell me truly, did you recover any of Rael Zora's research on the LRI?
Nothing that will help you, Admiral.
Pity. Oh well. Whatever is created can be recreated. In any event, I am pleased that our talk regarding the war conundrum allowed you to help Tali. Her exile would have been unfortunate.
You should abandon your plans, Admiral. They're only going to make the situation worse.
We shall see, Commander. Many things are impossible until they are done.
Carl, thank you. I can't believe you did that.
You'd have done the same for me, ma'am. Figured I had to say something when you didn't use that evidence you found on the LRI.
I didn't say anything about finding evidence, Carl.
Noticed that, ma'am.
Any idea what your next assignment's gonna be?
I'm gonna be escorting more techs around to look for signs of dark energy buildup. Maybe see if they can figure out what's causing it. Wherever they send me, it'll have to be less exciting than Haystrom.
What's your take on the war? Are the Admirals gonna try to retake the homeworld?
I won't shy away from a fight, but if the Admirals throw the fleet at the Geth, all they'll get back is scrap metal. The best bet would be for us to find another way. But a soldier can't say unless his superiors ask.
I appreciate your help, Rieger. I don't know what I would have done if you and Vitor hadn't stood up to help.
I'm sure you'd have figured something out. Good luck out there, ma'am.
Carl, just call me Tali.
I'll work on that, ma'am.
Oh, eu fico tontinho aqui, velho. O que já falou?
Vitor, I can't believe you stood up and spoke for me.
Oh, well, it's good Rieger was there. He said most of it.
Vitor, thank you.
Oh, okay. And thank you, Shepard, for helping me and Tali both.
Guess you just needed a pretty woman to help you feel better.
Well, maybe. Good luck, Tali. And you too, Commander.
Era capitão, é comandante também.
Did you hear that speech? Hila.
Vou falar com o Shalaran por último.
I can't believe Tali and their captain took back the LE2.
Very impressive, Shepard. Thank you for your help on the LE2. And thank you for helping Raelzora's daughter. You stood for her when we failed. We were wrong to let our own concerns about the war overshadow Tali's trial.
The galaxy needs more people saying what you're saying, Admiral. Good luck.
Thank you, Commander.
Damn fine speech, Shepard. It's about time someone reminded Admiral Corus that the woman he was accusing of treason was the pride of the fleet. Tell me, though, honestly, what did you find over there? You spoke well, but I know a feint when I see it.
Off the record, Raelzora was bringing the Geth online and networking them for weapons tests.
Keela.
You can never tell anyone, Hen.
You have my word. Thanks for keeping quiet. I would have heard what your father wanted for the fleet. I'm just glad you didn't have to pay for his mistakes. Be well, Tali. Fly safe.
Ele tinha opção antes no jornada da missão contar pra ele e Zen, se eu não me engano. Agora eu vou contar pra ela.
The admirals thought they were humbling you by forcing you to represent her, Shepard. I'm glad they were wrong. You didn't mention survivors. Did you find real Tali? I am sure he would have left you a message if he'd had time.
We found Rael's body. He left a message for Tali.
I can only imagine how horrible this is for you, child. But at least you got to hear your father tell you he loved you.
Yes. Thank you, Admiral.
Good luck on your mission. No matter how dark it gets, the fleet is always with you. Keela's a lie.
Pegando pouquinho de Mass Effect aqui. Apertar B pra voltar pra nave. Treino de energia. A novo poder de Tali. Nova roupa que a gente não vai usar. Partículas ciclônicas. Multicore, amplificador multicore, multicentro. 45 mil. A Cerberus pagou 15 mil, achamos 30 mil, 45 mil.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, personal matters on mind, actually. Got call from nephew. Promising geneticist himself. Just turned 16, got tenure at university. Following in my footsteps. Had to lie about what I was doing. Think he was suspicious. Doesn't matter. Still good to hear his voice.
Obrigado pelo bito. TR, valeu. Brigadão.
Does anyone in your family know about what you really did for the government?
No, I'm lying, but won't pry. Solarians curious as a people, but also have social cues. Keep two types of secrets from family. First type, personal or guilt-based, invite suspicion, exploration, puzzle to be solved, reward for curiosity, intelligence, drama. Other secrets, more serious. Dangerous if discovered. Signals discourage curiosity for protection of family.
Well, why wouldn't everyone give clues that their secrets were too dangerous to be uncovered?
Not conscious. Social, reflexive body language. Can't fake it. Example. Yawning perceived as contagious among humans. Subject observes yawn. Sensory input deactivates left periamygdalar region. Subject yawns in response. Social empathy. Also works with dogs. Salarian faking signals to discourage curiosity, similar to human faking a yawn. Can try, but effectiveness limited.
Are you calling him because you're worried we won't make it back?
No. Aware survival unlikely, but actually contacted him for family connection. Hard to imagine galaxy. Too many people, faceless, statistics easy to depersonalize. Good when doing unpleasant work. For this fight, want personal connection. Can't anthropomorphize galaxy, but can think of favorite nephew. Fighting for him.
Your nephew got tenure at 16? Is he a genius or a scientific prodigy?
No, wait. Don't want to insult him. Yes, but not in manner you meant. Remember, Salarian lives short, mature rapidly by your standards, don't live much past 40.
I'm glad you got to talk to family before we finish this. And I'm glad we talked too, Gordon.
Honored to be part of this, Shepard. Helped preserve Galaxy before with Genophage. Dirty work, ethically ambiguous, problematic. Collector's mission simpler, cleaner. We'll be proud to see it in Morden Solis biography vid. Unless we all die. Proud posthumously, in that case. Regardless. Thank you.
I'm glad that mess is over for Tali, Commander. Some of those Quarians. I guess living your whole life aboard a ship can really mess with your priorities. Not that I would know. I'll just burn myself. Great.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics. All that infighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm. Thank you.
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty Board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate. Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Quarians like to debate.
Are Quarian politics always like that?
No. Sometimes it can actually get unpleasant. We're a very social people, Shepard. We have to be, to make up for being stuck in these suits. And part of that means getting involved in each other's business.
The whole trial was insulting. You should have had time to mourn your father.
I don't think life is about what you deserve. But my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of gas. I should get back to work. But thanks for checking on me.
Shepard.
Anything new?
There is something I've wanted to tell you. I've done many things in my lifetime. I thought the galaxy held nothing new for me. Since joining you, I've realized how much more there is.
You must have seen many things in your years of travel.
As a maiden, I served as a mercenary. I fought tyrants and pirates. I experienced everything the galaxy has to offer. As a Justicar, I saw parts of Asari space few know about. I destroyed villages and saved cities. I even fought a Spectre.
Why did you fight a Spectre?
A Turian named Nihilus.
Nihilus.
He may have been on council business, but I witnessed him kill an unarmed civilian. Following the code, I attacked.
Nihilus seemed like an honorable Turian, and a good Spectre.
He may have been. However, killing unarmed civilians is wrong.
When we met, I witnessed you kill a merc who had no chance against you.
That mercenary was armed, and I offered her a way out. She chose to ignore it.
What have your years as a Justicar been like?
Mostly tedium and hardship. Traveling on freighters, wandering through rural areas, rooting out injustices, big and small, putting down corrupt officials. When I arrive in a remote area, individuals often approach me with matters of justice. My judgment rarely turns out the way they hope.
How do you pay for transportation between worlds?
Asari captains often welcome Justicars. We reduce pirate attacks. One raid was called off when the pirates were able to verify that I was aboard.
Why would you destroy an entire village?
I tracked Morinth to a remote colony world. She'd perverted an entire town, making them worship her and bring young Asari as sacrifices. When I arrived, she fled. throwing her minions at me in waves. They bought her time with their lives. When it was done, only small children remained. I left them in the authorities' care and continued my pursuit.
Ô Samara, tem uns minions aqui. Pode vir aqui.
What was being a mercenary like?
I was a young, impulsive maiden who discovered her talent for combat. I reveled in it, until the day my troop was hired to guard a mysterious shipment on its way to some clandestine drop-off area. I discovered the shipment was slaves, to be traded to the collectors for advanced technology.
You supported the slave trade?
In my foolish youth, I'd certainly engaged in questionable practices, but never anything patently unjust. I demanded that we turn around. My mates disagreed. After they were dead, I brought the ship around. The collector craft was just arriving. They closed faster than I could flee. Fortunately, we were close to the mass relay. I got through, and they did not pursue.
What did you do with all the slaves?
I lectured them on the virtues of strength and defending oneself. Then I distributed the armor, weapons, and credits of my dead colleagues and released the captives on the Citadel.
What was being a mercenary like?
I was a young, impulsive maiden who discovered her talent for combat.
Bem-vinda de volta.
I reveled in it.
É.
Until the day my troop was hired to guard a mysterious shipment on its way to some clandestine drop-off area. I discovered the shipment was slaves,
Depois você
to
vê no
be
VOD.
traded to the collectors for advanced technology.
You supported the slave trade?
In my foolish youth, I'd certainly engaged in questionable practices, but never anything patently unjust. I demanded that we turn around. My mates disagreed. After they were dead, I brought the ship around. The collector craft was just arriving. They closed faster than I could flee. Fortunately, we were close to the mass relay. I got through, and they did not pursue.
We're not done with this yet.
I am sure. It will be my honor to be by your side at the end.
Só vendo. Será que aqui é aquele quase romance? De qualquer forma não vai pra frente, vamos lá.
You think we're all gonna die?
You've assembled a powerful group, but we are fighting an unknown. I am ready for whatever comes, but I do not fool myself about our chances.
We'll finish this mission and live to see the end.
I hope you are right.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to consider what
acabou.
we've already discussed.
Acabaram
I should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
Passeio. Onde é mesmo? O nome eu me lembro. Aqui, Zilene. Planeta Helheim, sei lá como é que pronuncia isso. Volta a nave, oxente. Já tá depleted, né? Já tá todo obliterado, coitado do planeta. Já tirei tudo dele. Oh, acho que eu já estou usando um traje especial. Aqui é 1, aqui é 2. Não, aqui é 1. Enfim, não lembro. Eita porra. Não, essa é especial. Essa é a 1, essa é a 2. Tá. Pera aí, deixa eu só fazer um rodízio para distribuir pontos, certo? Será que é side mission? Ou usar ele aqui, tá precisando de tiro concussivo, bom, ajuda bastante. Armadas. Munição disruptora, é muito legal. Quando meu Shepard tem, eu adoro ela. Heavy disruptor. Heavy. Samara não tem nenhum, eu não posso agora. Tem que ter 4. Ok. Lanche, Locust. Ok. Voltou? Bem-vinda de volta. Lá pro teclado e mouse. É só ir indo. Peraí. Consigo tirar uma fotinha. A luz caiu aqui. Aqui também tá tendo queda de... Teve queda de energia hoje. Aí. Agora tomara que não tenha. Até eu terminar a live, pelo menos. Tomara que não tenha mesmo, né? Porque dormir sem luz é horrível. Sem ventilador. Peraí, o jogo sempre brinca com minha face. Se minha irmã estivesse jogando, ela ia ter dado um grito agora. Ela odeia barata. Eu tenho problema com a aranha, não gosto de ver. Aqui se aparece uma nuvem no horizonte, já começa a cair tudo. Nossa, aqui também choveu esses dias todos, mas não caiu. Hoje caiu. Nave cargueira Terraland atracou e recebeu uma grande quantidade de recursos em rota para a instalação no sistema Dranek. Ela solicitou shipment dizendo que atividades piratas ao longo da rota. Barril, hein? Também não gosto de aranha, mas você já deve ter percebido isso na minha... Já percebi. Somos dois. Só que... Ai meu Deus, acho que eu tô me acostumando. Você está dead. Não disse? Eu disse. O planeta tá ficando cada vez pior, viu, velho? Cada vez mais tempestade, mais chuva, mais calor, mais tudo. Tá olhando pra ver se tem coisa pra farmar, viu? Pera aí. Tá mandando ir pra onde? Pra cá. Deixa eu ver se tem coisa pra cá antes. Nossa. Alerta. Estamos sobre ataque mercenário. Escoltando civis para os quartéis e retornando ao trabalho, a área de trabalho para proteger os computadores principais a todo custo. Jesus! Agora que a gente leu isso, lá vem eles, né? Não? Tá, então vou indo, hein?
Put them where we need them.
Stage Dead. Vixe Maria, socorro. Cadê vocês? Não, acabaram os inimigos, não tô conseguindo salvar. Eita, travou tudo aqui. Estão surgindo de onde? Desgraça. Eu joguei o poder errado, eu queria recarregar a arma. Ué? Ah tá, a gente tem que ir por outro caminho pra depois vir por cá. Ah, essa missão é toda coisada. Ai meu Deus, acho que eu vim pelo lugar errado. Peraí. Ops. Olha, tem coisa aqui, ó. Pra mim eu tinha gastado munição. Porque eu não vou conseguir não, porque é muito labiríntica essa missão. Ah. Acho que eu não vou conseguir pegar tudo não. Estabeleceu? Massa. Tem um negócio de um timing aqui que você ativa, tô lembrando dela. Aí enquanto isso você tem que ir atirando até acabar o tempo. Eu odeio essas coisas. Uma das missões que eu não gosto dessa aqui. Eu não tô achando o troço. Ou eu tô confundindo com outra, não sei. Vai. Ué, tem ninguém, não tem nada pra pegar. Ah, aqui o timer. Mas eu voltei pra cá. É eu, hein? Tá, eu vim aqui. Deixa eu ver se indo por outro caminho. Se é que tem outro caminho. Fui pra lá, não foi? Peguei o Medigel. Deixa eu ver aqui. Ah, aqui tem outro timezinho aqui. Ou é o mesmo? A localização do último relatório de Ter Alan encriptado. Deixa eu só ver a coisa aqui. Ah, aqui eu já li, né? Certo. É isso aqui, vai desencriptar e vai ter um time. Não diz? Sobreviva. Teste essas missões de sobreviva. Vem outras áreas. Ah não, eclipse de vanguarda. Decrypting. Enquanto isso, vamos lidando com a tropa que já chegou. Foi? Decryption complete. Ver se tem mais coisa pra farmar. Fiquei com pouca munição, pera aí. Tem outras dropadas aqui. Ups. Ah, a gente tem outra aqui. Pronto. Tem mais nada pra pegar não, né? Ai, Jesus. Money, é. Money. Money. Ai, meu Deus, vou me perder. Tenho que voltar pra lá, senão não vou desencriptar o negócio. Ou, não vou ler o negócio. Não tem jeito não. Desencriptação, né? De dados completa. Mais detalhes são requeridos para sei o que, localizar, né? A localização, para ter a localização de ela. Os dados estão sendo foram enviados para Cerberus para análise, para melhor análise. 7.500 créditos. Tá, agora eu vou farmar. Acho que eu já passei por tudo quanto é canto aqui, peraí. Ah, não vou ficar explodindo coisa não. Eu quero achar coisa, dinheiro, alguma coisa. Tá até bonito, né? Aqui a gente já teve. Ah, vou pra nave, que nada. Cansei. $15.000 pra uma side mission tá muito bom. Entre uma missão e outra.
Can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
I'm good, Shepard. Ready for anything. We live, we'll get loud and spill some drinks on the Citadel.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Vai que.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
Sure. Let me just
agora.
Come on, you little bushtet. Oh, sorry. I've got a small fever and I'm taking it out on the poor drive core. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. Got sloppy while doing some suit repair.
You're sick? Do you need help or time to rest?
Really, it's not that bad. If a stray bit of bacteria could really kill us, we'd have all died by now. The fever should go away in a day or two. Don't worry, it won't affect my performance on the mission. It's not even an illness, really. What we experience is actually an acute allergic reaction.
How exactly does the sickness work? It's an allergic reaction?
Right. Say I get exposed to a human disease, like, what did Navigator Presley have that time? Chickenpox? I wouldn't get chickenpox, but I'd run a fever as my system reacted to the foreign presence. Depending on where it hits me, I could get other symptoms. Nausea, vomiting, everything you'd expect from being sick.
How did you get sick this time?
I took some fire in a fight back on the Olerai. Nothing serious, but I needed to open my suit to check the wound. I disinfected properly, but one of the section seals had taken some damage, and foreign matter got out of the disinfected zone. It was a stupid mistake. You always check your seals before doing local treatment. Unless you forget. Then you get a damn fever.
Não tá pronta não? A internet não tá pronta pra sua briga, meu Deus do céu. Imagina.
You can seal off part of your suit?
Right. Like dropping emergency doors on a ship during a hull breach. It won't stop an infection that gets into my bloodstream, but it prevents a surface infection from spreading.
You can seal off part of your suit?
Right. Like it won't
Deus,
stop an
só tô
infection that gets
repetindo as
into my
coisas, peraí.
bloodstream, but it prevents a surface infection from spreading.
Were your immune system stronger before the Geth drove you from your homeworld?
Not as strong as those of most races, definitely. I'm not a biologist, but there's a theory about it. Because our planet lacked insect life, plants developed symbiotic relationships with large animals to spread seeds or pollen. Most viruses on our world were partially beneficial, so our immune systems evolved to be weak. They were more likely to adapt to contamination than fight it.
Ela tá falando mais ou menos o que eu tinha explicado.
But Quarians colonized other worlds. They couldn't all have been like that.
They weren't. Most colonists went through a period of mild illness before adapting to the new environment. When the Geth took the homeworld in our colonies, the sterile environment on the flotilla ruined our immune system's adaptability. Even if we colonized a new world or reclaimed our own, we'd need a long process of bioengineering to recover.
Menina, é porque o sistema deles é bem... O sistema imune deles é bem fraco. E lá não tem insetos, parece. Pelo que eu vi ela falar. Ou eu li. Acho que não tem insetos em Rannoch. Então ajudou a ter um sistema imune fraco.
I don't know if I could live inside a suit my whole life.
We're in our suits even among family. The most intimate thing we can do with another Quarian is link our suit environments. We get sick at first and then we adapt. It's our most important gesture of trust, of acceptance. I haven't trusted anyone enough for that though, except, well, no Quarians. You know what I mean.
Ai meu Deus, o que é que eu faço? Peraí.
I appreciate the thought, Tally, and I feel the same way. But you don't have to prove anything to me.
Ai meu
I know.
Deus.
Well, not that I know, but I didn't mean it like that. It's a, wow, it's really hot in here. It's just that the tradition also signifies a willingness for, intimacy. I wasn't trying to... It's not always like that. It's more...
Ai Jesus, vou ter que dar reload de novo.
About this.
Wait a minute. It sounds like you're suggesting something, Tally.
What could I possibly be suggesting?
Oh meu Deus, vou ter que dar fora.
A young woman gets rescued by a dashing commander who lets her join his crew and then goes off to save the galaxy?
Eu não gosto de fazer isso.
Possibly develop any kind of interest in him.
I'm not interested. Porque tanto essa quanto essa deixa em aberto, eu acho. Então vou nessa.
Tally, that's really sweet, but I don't feel that way about you. I'm sorry.
Right, of course not. Why would you? It was just something I meant hypothetically, talking about immune systems and air...
Não foi possível conectar essa rede de amigos. Acho que Samara agora vai dizer que não precisa meditar. Também, batém.
Shepard.
I thought we could chat a bit.
I would like that.
Ah não, ainda tem conversa.
You have been a good friend to me.
That means a lot to me.
If we both still live when this is done, you may call upon me for aid at any time. I will come for you, Shepard.
Nossa, essa é a despedida, é a última fala. Mas... Vamos lá. Então, Zelene. Onde é Tari? Deve ser aquele que está escondido lá em cima. Ô, gente. Ah, é Luzan. Lex saindo aqui. O antialérgico está fazendo super efeito. Ah, minha filha, vai lá. Boa noite, bom sono. Viu? Obrigado pela presença. Essa aqui é rapidinha. Só pra completar as 10 horas, pra não ser antes de 10 horas. Tá depleted. Tem um ponto só, não dá pra gastar. Opa, vem a Morden. Eu já gastei o meu. Ok. Ah não, essa missão é horrível. Confundi com outra, mas é rápida também. Nossa, tem uma névoa e uns bichos. Eu notei. Ok. A máscara de Morden, acho engraçado. Vamos lá. Aqui é tudo reto, só indo pra frente, pra frente. Até que tá com menos névoa agora. Quer dizer, aqui em cima, né? A gente vai descer, vai ter uma névoa da porra.
What happened here? Problematic.
Attention, ok. Aí tem que seguir esses raios aqui. É o outro e ativar o outro.
Concentrations exceeding safe levels. Proceeding with caution.
Agora tem que ir pra lá. Tem alguma coisa pra farmar aqui? Não. Aí vai aparecer uns bichos. Ai, que susto. O bicho é maior. Não disse que ia matar? Matou mesmo. Aqui a gente ativa esse daqui, que vai pra cá. Ih, gente, é aquilo. Aqui não é Dragon Age não, tio. Pior que não dropa munição, né? Ah, eu tô indo pra onde? Tá. Ok. Quando tem essas interseções é porque tem coisa pra farmar, não. Ok, vamos lá. Cadê o raio? Ai meu Deus, me perdi. Ah, é só subir, vamos subir.
Why were they here?
Ai. Oxi. Ficando preso toda hora. Tem coisa pra farmar. Peraí. Ok, não vou ficar lendo não, porque já tá pouco tempo. Ui. Vou pegar munição. Munição.
Signs of recent fighting.
É só isso, né? Ah, ok. Ai. Ai, aí quando vem névoa, vem bicho. Olha o Dragon Age ali. Ixi. Eita, ai, explodiu perto de mim. Oxe. Vai pra lá, bicho feio. Ué, peraí. Pra cá. Lá vem mais bicho. Tem neve é porque tem bicho. Tá. Sobe por aqui não? Vai por lá. A gente fez bem vir pra cá que tinha coisa pra farmar aqui. Mas tem que ir por cá. Pra mim era tudo reto. Eu fiz pouco essa missão. Ai, acabou a névoa. Agora tem uns inimigos pra combater aqui em cima, ó. Pelo que eu lembro. Não? Ah, pra mim tinha. E... Ai, lá vem bicho. Olha o bicho vindo, moleque. Tá bem. Cadê?
Incoming.
Ali vai pra cima, né, gente? Incrível. Acabou? Eu joguei poder sem necessidade, mas... Eu pensei que tinha dropado... Cadê o raio? Ai, Jesus. É pra onde? Ah, a gente veio de lá, tá vindo pra cá, certo. Aí tá, ali. Você vai pra cima dos bichos, né, filha? É braba mesmo. Ah, eu não sou ioiô não, viu? Se tem coisa pra farmar aqui, não. Aparentemente não, deixa eu ver isso.
Weapons ready.
Não, vim pra cá pra morrer agora. Tal. Oxi. Sabia que tinha uns inimigos pra enfrentar aqui, só não lembrava onde era. E é opcional, eu vim pra cá porque eu quis. Bem, bora. É pra vir pra cá, né? Veio de lá. Ai meu Deus, onde é? Ixi! Eu fui. Peraí, a gente ativou esse, não foi? Nem tá ali. Ai meu Deus, acho que é pra cá, pronto. Eu fui subir ali e me perdi. Foi esse pra cá, isso. Lá vem bicho. Não? Miracle. Eu não vou mais me desviar não, viu? Esse é o último? Não, ainda tem mais um. Ah, esse saquinho. Ah, atirar em você, doida. Peraí, botaram aqueles dragões pra gente lutar por último, foi? Porque não tinha não, antigamente. Tinha mesmo. Ah não, são mercenários mesmo.
Coming in close.
Just nothing to help.
Eu só vou arrumar as coisas. Esse é o último. Tem mais nada pra pegar aqui não, é? Ah, tá. Então tá. Andemos. Macabro, meu filho, como estás? Tudo bom? $7.500 e 800 de Platinum. I should go.